What is up, my guys? Jesse Mails here with Backwater Fly Fishing, coming at you with episode 11 of this 12-part series where we cover all the flies in my inshore saltwater fly box. Now, my trip to Belize was super sick. We got perms, bones, baby tarpon, snook, and barracudas. None of that is related to this fly, but figured I'd just tell you that. The fly we're going to tie today is super simple. It's a really cool bait fish pattern for snook. Before we get into it, let's run the intro. Alright guys, so there you go. We got an SC15 1/0, one of my favorite hooks. You've seen me tie on this for 10 years. I mean, it's my favorite hook. Great for snook and baby tarpon. It's super thin, super sticky, and gets the job done nicely. So we're going to throw some thread wraps right down the top of this. And I'm going to do, just kind of go back, forth, get a nice thread base, and then trim it off. We're going to take a pinch of craft fur, go ahead and trim this off. Pull out all the guard fibers on this, okay? Also, pull out all the really long fibers on this, okay? And we want to end up with something about like that. Now we're going to take this white, and we're going to flip the hook over, split the fibers, and tie it in right on the belly of the fly. There you go. Just like that. I like to trim this a little bit off here. Then cover it up. Bring it back over. Alright, now I like to put my flash on this between this white craft fur and the next layer of craft fur that we're going to put on the top. So I just have a few strands. This is probably 8 to 10 strands of Flashabou in a silver. I like to double it over. I do like flash on this fly. I think this fly fishes extremely well with flash on it. Snook love it. The baby tarpon sometimes don't want the flash, but that's how it goes. Snook seem to almost always want this, so I trim it just the same length as that white fiber. If you fish tarpon in dark water, you've probably seen like the flash tails and things like that. This isn't that flashy, but it's usually just a little bit of that flash to build up the tail and also give it some flash in there. Do the same thing with our Chartreuse. And this is going to get tied in right on top of that. Same length as the white fibers. Secure it down. There we go. Now the standard craft for Minnow, you would essentially do this and build this up into the head and then put some eyes on it and fish it. You could go fish this right now and probably catch, but we're just going to be a little bit more elaborate. Do some things that are probably unnecessary for fish catching, but help this fly sink slower, get a little bit more movement. One of those things is adding some Maribou. Now, you guys know this video is brought to you by the homies at MaribouBros.com, which is your premium source for all of your fly tying needs. Now, these feathers, really nice and full, and I just need one. We're gonna tie this in right in front of that craft fur. Bring our thread up, and we're just going to palmer this around a few times. 1, 2, 3. And you can see we're just building some volume to this. Sometimes the craft fur minnows, you know, they're not very thick flies. So this just gives us a little bit more body, and it'll lay down when it gets wet. It's not going to be this full under the water. Once the Marabou gets wet, it'll collapse a bit, but it will give us a nice profile tapering backwards. So there you go. We're kind of left with that, and we're also left with it being time for a coffee break. You guys know the drill here on coffee breaks. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know if you like this fly, if you hate this fly. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now's a good time to do it. Now's a really good time to go to MaribouBros.com, use the code Backwater25 at checkout to get 25% off your order. If you don't like saving money, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Just buy it at full price. Alright guys, so we got this nice looking pattern here, and again, this is just as fishy as can be. The last step on here, for the body at least, is some Chartreuse minnow head brush from EP. This is a great way to finish off the fly, any fly for that matter. So we're gonna tie that in. Just do some light palmers. We're not trying to like really pack this head or stack it up much. Kind of do want it to be a little sparse. If the head's too kind of bushy on this, then you're just not going to get the sink rate. You're also not going to get the action because it's just going to want to be bulky and sit there. So we do a few of those, we trim it off, cover up our thread wraps, and then we want to pick this out just a little bit. You can use your scissors, you could use anything to just pick out any trap fibers that are here. And keep in mind, guys, you can do this in red and white, you can do it black and purple. There's a million different colors you can do this at, but I like this Chartreuse one because it just works. All right, now we're gonna whip finish this fly. One more time. Use that whip finish to build the head up just a little bit. Trim her off. Alright, now the next step is going to be to add some eyes to this. And I like to lay the fly on the side. With this vise here from Dynaking, it's really simple to just rotate it, lock it in. We're going to take some gold eyes, put a little bit of zap gel on there, and just go back a little ways and hold that in. I like the way gold eyes look on this fly. You can use whatever color eyes you want. For a while I did red eyes on this pattern. I like that too. I think red or gold is pretty good. One and two. Make sure those are lined up. There we go. And then I'll just trim this back a little bit. Taper that head off on both sides. There we go. Alright, and like always, we'll go ahead and cover this with some Loon, UV thick. Cover up them thread wraps, protect this fly, make it last as long as possible. Go ahead and zap it. Alright, there it is. Great fly for snook, great fly for bass, great fly for baby tarpon. This dude gets the job done. I mean, the way big fish are acting now, put a bigger hook in this, throw it at the adults, and you know the drill. The big tarpon will crush this guy too. So there you have it, guys. Okay, what do you say? Say bye to these guys.
Bye.
Alright, guys, hold on, I gotta say bye. Hold on. Alright, guys, well, that was my son Wyatt sending you off. Remember, go to MaribouBros.com, subscribe to this channel, use the code Backwater25. Be good, guys. Peace out.